Okay, a wrap-up video here. We have a total of 16 $2 coins. We have 20 $1 coins. We have quarters, 62 quarters. There's some American mixed in, not a lot, but a few. 5-cent coins. We have 40. 10-cent coins. We have 51 10-cent coins. Penny coins, we got a total of 68. We have grand total of 72.28. A grand total of coins on this trip. We got a 46S American, 55D. Cut coin, a few marbles. We have a token kind of thing that fits in grocery cart shopping buggies. That's a House of Commons token from the 50s or 60s. That thing was down about over 15 inches or more. It was down crazy amount, really deep. 1934 Canadian, 1940 Canadian, 42 Canadian, and a 46 US coin. So we did get no cash value token, a peace symbol, keychain, probably off a keychain. We got this cadet thing here. It was kind of cool. Something to do with cadets. I'll give you a still picture later. We noticed there was stuff broken up, and we think their props might hit it, because their weed eating machines don't really bend stuff, or they just lightly take weeds out. So my theory might be wrong. These are the new age tungsten carbide. Some are other different metals. The titanium one there, tungsten, and this kind of stuff you do find. Trinkets. Chris found a bunch of these things, about a half a dozen of those. It's a gemstone on a kind of a pot metal or a copper pendant holder or something. These are earrings, junk, all junk here. And all these rings here are junk. All junk. I thought that one's something here, but it looks like it might be junk. Then we got Elvis lighter and some other stuff. Kids thing. I don't know who that is, I'm not sure. Some lures. Here's a Corvette body of a toy car. It's a smashed bullet. There's a weird kind of container here. Here's a buckle. Some sort of cross, damaged Orlando pendant. These are all pull tabs. I mean, Chris's pull tabs, the majority. There was probably a few he threw away at the start, but that's all pull tabs. And you need pull tabs or in a gold range, because one of my rings came under pull tab number. So it's very important. Old set of glasses. Also have a set of glasses here. And that's a Ray-Ban there. And then here's some toy cars. So we're going to cruise back here. And we have lots of little lead weights, keys, bullets, bullet shells, lead. There's an old watch face here. That would have been a cool watch, kid size. Also found a magnet, one of those magnets for magnet fishing. We got that on video too, one of my videos. See, how do these forks get bent like that? So something, maybe props might have hit it, or we don't know. But all sorts of shotgun shells and really old ones. We cruise back here. Here's my silver pile. Silver ring. 1952 dime. 1950 dime. That's just kind of a curly type thing. Ring. These are like silver, all plain silver rings. Toe rings. Get 3. That's really cool here. Those are 2 pendants actually. It's not marked silver, but they look like silver. And we have a chain that came with a silver ring, which is kind of cool. And then we had our gold totals here. The gold ring there. See, that was bent. It might get hit by a prop or something. We don't know how it got bent like that. I thought I bent it with my scoop, but it's impossible. That ring's super hard. It's only 10 karat. That's 10 karat. That's 10 karat. That's real diamonds there. It's a wedding set. We couldn't find the other part. That's 18 carats. That's marked 14 karat. This is marked 14 karat, dated 1966 with the person's name on there. Kind of cool. This thing tested 14 carats. Last day got it. Here's an anchor. Hopefully it could come up in a picture there. That's a cool anchor thing. We have a total of 12.5 grams of gold. We had 10 carat at 7.39 grams, 14 grams at 2.46 grams, 18 carat at 2.73 grams. We have a total of 12.5 grams, 12.52 I believe is the original number. And we have a total of $882.17 just in gold value. So all these 6 items of gold are worth over $882. Hard to believe, huh? So far, our machine is so sensitive and so hot, we're getting rings and materials that other people couldn't get. We've got really deep stuff between the trash. The machine worked through all the trash, and we're getting signals down over a foot. So my theory is why some of these smaller gold items weren't found, just because they were too deep into lots of trashy areas with nails and other type of materials. Coin count was pretty good. Happy with that. This Ray-Bans are pretty good. I have another pair also, but Chris also found Ray-Bans. There'll be pictures of Chris's stuff in still pictures after. I'll mark it as Chris's. He's got a good assortment of stuff too, something similar. Gold is 6 and 6. We both tied the gold count. We just don't know the grams. So you may be a little bit higher, but it's going to be pretty close. But the funny thing is, when we were hunting, say if Chris got a marble, I got a marble. I got a plastic toy soldier plastic. He got one. Like, it was really strange. He got a bucket with a button with the anchor. I got a button with the anchor. I got a pair of glasses. He gets a pair of glasses. It was like head to head combat. It seemed like we were doing pretty good. Like I say, I'll also have a picture of my trash. I'll have a whole bucket of trash in there. You'll see that too. So you need all those pull tabs or gold signals. You come out anywhere from the early number 50s all the way up to probably 70s. These pull tabs, they come everywhere in between. Different colors, produce a different number. Old ones, you got the beaver tails, the newer style. So gotta dig those. Those are glasses that change in sunlight. I forgot what they were called, but they were clear and they turned purple, then went clear again. Transition, I guess, what the wife said. A little bit of lead. Here's another lead bullet here. Little valve stems here, bicycle tires. That screw came off that magnet, magnet for fishing. So it's pretty good. We got like stuff like this off the beach, hooks like that. These are in swimming areas. Hooks like that. They may be buried, but when a storm uncovers stuff and then brings everything to light. We found a lot of glass. We found bottles. Bottlenecks that had aluminum cap with jagged glass. We took that off the beach. We cleaned a lot of the material off the beach. All these coins here, like you see, they look pretty bad condition, but they could be tumbled. When you tumble them, they'll come out really clean, and then we'll just roll them up, take them to the bank. The nickel ones, I might save some of the real nickel ones that aren't magnetic or real nickel, because nickel is actually pretty valuable. They don't make nickel no more in coins, so they might be worth saving possibly over time, right? That's, like I said, that's the House of Commons. Shows the Ottawa House of Commons, I guess, Parliament buildings, whatever it's called, and it shows one of the prime ministers we had in Canada. I think it's Borden. That one is a Borden one. But they came in the 30s and they came in the 60s also, or 60s, early 70s. They were given out at gas stations. But that thing was over 15 inches. It's unbelievable. That's my biggest ring here. And the New Age rings are kind of cool. They're very heavy tungsten. Look at that. Chris found an identical ring like this too. Imagine that. His was a little bit bigger. So we were finding like totally the same stuff. New Age metals. This has got dragons on there. It's from Etsy. They sell on Etsy. It's got dragons all around it. It's worth $42. Here's another one, pretty shiny. Here's a titanium one, quite light. And here's like a matted finish. Probably sat there for years and years. Needs a little cleaning. And some of the other rings here. As you can see, the damage to the thing. Gold is gold, doesn't matter what condition it is. Here's the diamonds here, diamonds alongside. Probably give that to my daughter. And that one I thought was junk, but when I looked at it, it's marked 14 karat. And I found 2 rings along the shoreline, kind of like a coin line. I found nickels, and I found 2 rings. That's a beauty here. St. Christopher, like that. I'll keep that. But I ended up giving that to my daughter. Probably these 2 I'll give to my daughter. The wife got the other ring last time. So that's my wrap-up video here. I hope you really enjoyed. Don't forget to look at the still pictures at the end. There'll be my pictures on, then there'll be Chris's pictures on. So it'll say my pictures, and it'll say Chris Turner. Chris Turner is founder and owner of the Ring Finders. So he's actually a pretty good hunter, I'll tell you right now. Not many people hunt as long as me, and he hunted right to the end. If I hunted 10 hours, he'd hunt 10 hours. That's why I don't really take people with me. I don't mind to take people, but usually if it's boring and they don't find much, they give up. I don't give up. I don't give up because you got to keep crisscrossing back and forth. You know, listen for really, really deep signals. So it was good. It was a good hunt. It worked out perfectly. Perfect hunting partner. I'll tell you right now. Very, very good hunter. I think he did better on the silver, but I think I did better on the junk rings. He did get quite a bit of silver and stuff, but you'll see his pictures are pretty impressive. We got a couple, 2 or 3 necklaces with pendants on there. This one here, I got the silver. I'm keeping that together because if somebody ever reports this missing, I know where it came from, and then I could, you know, the markings on it and whatever it says and so on. Because I'm thinking maybe a kid wore it, could have been his father's. So I'm going to keep that together for now. You know, most of this other stuff, there's no real sentimental value. But some of these other rings here, I know the locations where they came from. So maybe there's a chance it could be returned. But there's real no names in those ones. They're not expensive rings, but they still are wedding rings. They mean a lot to people, so see what happens. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. It was about a 10-day road trip. Okanagan, throughout the Okanagan, went as far as Salmon Arm down to Soyas, everywhere in between, as far as we day, night, whatever. You guys have a great day. Thanks for watching.